Alright, so here's our table laid out. We have a little bit of Nebula set up, but don't worry about that. But we are doing Gamora versus Nebula on Expert. I chose to do this because I always think it's interesting to do Gamora versus Nebula. I think that's an interesting fight and battle to be had. So that's kind of why I chose to do that. I've always been a fan of Gamora. I like the way her deck is built. So I guess first let's just start with her card and talk about it. So Skilled Tactician. You may include up to 6 attack and or thwart events in your deck from aspects other than your chosen aspect. So I chose Aggression. I'll explain why in a second, but I chose Aggression and I pulled thwart cards from Justice. So I have 6 Justice cards, all of them thwart. All the rest are attacks and a few neutral cards. Her action on her alter ego side is to look at the top card of your deck. If that card is an attack or thwart event, draw it. I don't know how much we're going to be flipping. We'll see. Maybe it'll be a lot. I don't know if I should slow play Nebula or kind of go aggressively fast with her. So the reason I have Aggression is because of her ability on her hero side. So after you play an attack event, 1, 2, 3, these cards right here, right? You remove 1 threat from a scheme. Could be huge. On the flip side, if you play a thwart event, you deal 1 damage to the enemy, which I think can also be huge. Maybe. So, what is it with Nebula that we're dealing with here? She in her deck has a lot of these technique cards. And basically, they give her an ability off the bat, and then each round you activate the special abilities and you remove 1 of those cards. And the special abilities are not great. They can really come after you hard. So you can remove you have to kind of deal with all that. She doesn't have too many minions. A lot of them are pirates. You have the expert cards and whatnot, standard cards, my obligation. The other thing is there's only a handful of side schemes in her deck. There's not a ton of them. So I don't have to worry about too much threat mitigation, but I have to worry about some. And we'll get into that in a second and why that's important. So that's her and how she works. The way this card works is that you put X threat on the scheme based off of how many tokens are on here. Every round you place 1 here. So every single round, I'm going to basically have to exhaust the Milano and spend a resource to remove it. I could go up to 2 resources to remove it, but we'll see. So with all that in my head, what I want to do generally is keep her environment tokens down as much as physically possible. If I keep them down, I don't have to worry about threading or thwarting as much. So what are my cards? What am I doing here? So my thought is I have a bunch of doubles, right? I have the normal 3 doubles that most people play: Strength, Energy, Genius, and then I have the 2 double reds that you're allowed. The reason I have the double reds is because all my reds cost at least 2. About half my deck is red. Not half, a little less than half my deck is red. So there's a good chance I draw at least 1 red, and I can play with 1 of those cards, leaving 3 cards. Yeah, 3 cards roughly in hand to hopefully pay for something else. We'll see. We'll see. I don't have too many other expensive cards. So we have that. Our 1 upgrade we have from Aggression allows us to get +1 attack. We have a standard 2 attack on Gamora, so I'm hoping maybe if we get 3, we can start kind of wearing her down, working things down. We have Uppercut, spend 3, deal 5 damage. Clobber, spend 2, deal 3 damage, and it's the first card we play, you get the card back. We have Dropkick, where you deal 4 damage, and if you only paid with the Strength resource, which I have a bunch of, you can stun the enemy and draw a card. Could be huge. Piercing Strike, deal 3 damage and knocks off a tough status, which she has the ability to get tough, but not consistently. So I didn't put 2 or 3 of them in there. I just put 1 because maybe I end up with it. We'll get into heroes in a second. My Justice cards, I have Clear the Area to remove 2 threat from a scheme. If it removes the last threat from the scheme, which I'm looking at here, I can draw a card. I'm hoping I keep this down and I can keep drawing an extra card, right? I can get to that 6 card draw. 4 Justice, remove 3 threat from a scheme. 4 if I used all science resource. This I'm basically looking at if I have to remove a lot of threat, this is what I'm turning to instead. And then multitasking. Again, there's not many side schemes, but there are a few. So I want to be able to have the ability to remove 2 and then possibly remove another 2. That's the thought process. This is her standard deck. We're not going to really get into her cards too much. You'll see them as we play. And then finally, for heroes, I have Ironheart, who's basically a staple because you can draw a card. I have Drax, can't attack minions, which shouldn't be a problem in this deck, but he does massive damage. And I have Groot, who basically becomes my main defender. And as far as aggressive allies, we have Spider-Girl, Brawn, Valkyrie, She-Hulk. Spider-Girl, for a 2 attack card or a 2 cost card, can do 2 damage and then soak up another attack after that. I think it's pretty good. Brawn, I like that. Again, he attacks, he removes a scheme. I want to keep this scheme down as much as possible. Valkyrie, if there's a minion out there, hopefully we can attack it with when she enters play. She deals 2 damage to a minion. I'll at least kind of wear them down. And then finally, She-Hulk gets 1 attack for each damage token on her. She's allowed up to 4. So let me clean these up, and then we'll shuffle up. So that's the rough idea. Is I don't know if I'm building out. I'll be honest. I don't really know if I'm going to be building out for a long haul type fight, or I should be looking to kind of be aggressive. Because I don't have to worry about scheme as much, I feel like I can take my time. But if her techniques start to pile up, I kind of need to hustle. So it's going to be a weird, kind of this weird situation we have going on where maybe I have to hustle really fast, maybe I don't. So I think I have, yep, Gamora has 10 health. Nebula has 17. All right, good. And that's the other thing. So her second stage has 17 health and her final stage has 20, which is not a ton of health, right? It's not that much, especially compared to Ultron we did 2 days ago. Final Ultron had like 27 or something like that. That is not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, let's shuffle up Nebula, and I'll shuffle my cards once more. She also gets the Power Stone, so she gets +1/+1. But if I do 3 damage, I get it. But it has to be me. It can't be someone else. All right. And as always, if the music's too loud or the song is bad, let me know. I'll be more than happy to change it. Just gotta let me know. And yeah, we'll get going. Oops. All right. Finish her up. Shuffle that. I'm gonna do mine one more time. Shuffle them up. And hopefully we'll be good to go then in a second. Alright. So we start with a hand size of 6. So let's draw up to 6. 2, 4, 6. Let's read her card first. So for her setup, we put the ship into play, the environment, the Milano support into play, attach the Power Stone to Nebula, discard the top 2 cards per player, so it's only gonna be 2, the encounter deck. Then attach each technique discarded this way to Nebula. So we can start off pretty poorly right now. And neither. So actually we got rid of an expert card, which is good. Got rid of a treachery card, which is good. So we'll take that. All right. So you've tracked Nebula's location, but she's trying desperately to get away. This may be your only chance to take the Power Stone from her. Again, starts with 2 threat. It goes up by X. X is the number of evasion counters on Nebula's ship. And when her phase begins, that's when I put evasion count on. So let's see what we got. All right, Keen Instincts allows us to generate a resource, which could be really good early on. Acrobatic Move deals 2 damage. We could deal 5 damage with Uppercut, Spider-Girl, Clobber, and Multitasking. So I don't think we'll need Multitasking because we don't have another event out yet that we have to deal with. So I'm throwing away that one. I want to keep Keen Instinct. I feel like I can't afford uppercut yet. Just don't have the resource generation yet. So this could be free. We could do 2 cards for Clobber, get it back, and pay for it with this. It'll be nice. No, we can't put that first because we have to do Clobber first. So I think this is what we're gonna start with and see what else we get. Double red and another Keen Instinct, which could be really good for a resource regeneration right away. All right, so we're gonna use her action ability to look at the top card of your deck. If that card is an attack or thwart event, we draw it. If not, screw it. Now it doesn't say to shuffle it. So from my understanding, you don't have to shuffle it. So we're not going to. All right. So, excuse me. Let us look. Excuse me. So the first thing we're going to do is flip over, obviously. And I feel like we have to play Clobber so that we can get the card back. And we can pay for it with a double red. So we're going to pay for it and deal 3 damage to the enemy. Knocking her down by 3. So, make sure that goes down. Okay. It's the first card we play, so we return it back to our hand. And we played an attack event so we can reduce the threat by 1. Bringing the threat down to 1. Alright. So, let me just move this a bit on my screen so it's easier to see. Okay. Now, we can use this to generate a resource, which I'm going to do to actually generate a resource generator. The reason being is because in the future we're not really going to be able to use it for anything, so I feel like that's the best use for it right now. And I'm actually going to throw away my other Clobber to put the other one in. So now we are generating 2 resources for attack and thwart events each round, which hopefully will be pretty good. And then finally we're going to play acrobatic move, holding on to Spider Girl. I'm going to do the 2 damage to her, bringing her down to 12. And I can't do another threat thing because you can only do it once per phase. Could be important. And that's, oh, and then I have to do the thing with her. So attack 2 or thwart 2. Let's attack 2. Let's get her down to 10. I'm feeling like that's kind of the better move right now, because I don't know if I can keep being as aggressive. So let's refresh. I held on Spider Girl. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We got some events in there, which is great because we can start using this. We can throw away some stuff. I like this. This is a solid hand. I don't like having 2 allies because you can pretty much never play 2 allies, but that's alright. Alright. First thing, she gets a token there. That means her threat goes up by 1 because there was a total of 1 counter on there. And then she's going to attack. Now the question is, do I just take it for now? Let me think. Don't do that. I think I'm actually going to defend it. I think we're going to be a little conservative right off the bat and defend this attack. I think that's the right play. So we're going to defend. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure I did that right. When Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability of each technique card, which there are none yet. Okay. So she's going to attack for 2, 3, 4. So that's 2 damage to me, because I'm blocking 2 off my defense. And 2. Alright, cool. Then we get her bad card. Oh wait, I'm sorry. She had the stone. She attacks for 3. I never did 3 damage to her, did I? Did I screw that up? I did. I did 3 damage with Clobber. So the Power Stone was technically mine. Holy cow, we really screwed this up already. Clobber did 3, got me the Power Stone. I attacked with this. She's down to 9. I'm up to 8. Oh, this game keeps you on your toes. That's what's tough in this cycle, is with the Power Stone and whatnot, trying to keep it all straight. Who has what where, and all that fun stuff. All right, so she's down to 9. Because again, my first card was Clobber, doing 3 damage. So I got the stone in return. She then did 2 and 4, getting that stone back. Now we get bad cards. There we go. All right, bad card. Honor Among Thieves. When revealed, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal minion is discarded. Reveal that minion and then give that minion a tough status card and the villain 1 face down boost card. Okay. Excuse me. All right. We're getting through some technique cards, that's for sure. The problem is there could be a lot of minions on the bottom, which isn't exactly good. Holy cow. There we go. All right, so reveal that minion. That minion gets a tough status. And then Nebula gets a face down boost card. Okay. Now, since that card is revealed and not put into play, the Pirate Lackey attacks me for 2 because it has Quick Strike. And then after this minion attacks and damages you, remove the top card of your deck from the game. I don't know if you're allowed to see it, but I'm going to do anyway. Set the pace, which kind of stinks. So we'll just leave that face down so I don't confuse it with anything else. So that was 2 more damage with me. That was not a great turn for me. That was pretty bad. All right. All right, Decisive Blow would normally be able to do a lot more damage. Hold on. If I play the threat at first, but I have not. So it's not going to do as much damage as I hoped. But it'll do some. Actually, it'd been really nice to do a threat thing to ping this for 1 to knock that tough off, but unfortunately, that's not an option. All right, so let's do. So this is my thought. I'll do Strength, put Spider Girl into play, and I can stun and confuse this minion. And it's going to let me at least not worry about the minion for hopefully a round. If I do that, it leaves me with these cards. I could play Decisive Blow with both of these, and then throw away Uppercut with this. Hold on to Groot for defense, and because I want to keep this down to 0. That goes up a little bit, but that's not the worst thing in the world. And she's going to attack big, so Spider Girl. Do I want Spider Girl to attack? I almost want Spider Girl just to attack the pirate, just to ping that damage so I don't have to worry about it next turn, which is, I think, is what I'm going to do. So let's play Strength, put Spider Girl in there. After you play, you stun and confuse a minion. So this minion has everything going on. Then we are going to exhaust both of these to play Decisive Blow. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 if we had played Thwart, but we haven't. Because I played an attack event, I can Thwart down for 1. Or remove the threat by 1. I think that's what it is. Remove 1 threat. Okay. That card goes away. Then I'm going to play the Milano and throw away this aggression card to remove the ship counter back down to 0. Make sure it shows up all right. Again, I don't want that threat to kind of avalanche on me. Then we're going to do 2 attack and just knock off the tough. Again, I could be more aggressive with Nebula and get her down to 3. But I don't think that's super important. Pirate's not going to do anything. Nebula's going to attack for a lot. Hold on. And I did 4 damage, so I get the Power Stone back. Nebula's going to attack for a lot, but against Spider-Girl, it should let me keep the Power Stone. And I think we'll be good. I think that's the way to do this. So, let's refresh. And we draw back up. So we still have group. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got the 4 Justice event, which is interesting because it will allow us to remove a decent amount of scheme and then allow us to do 7 damage. We could do piercing, which is good. So now I'm running into not wanting to do all this stuff. All right, we'll deal with that in a second. So 1 counter goes back onto Nebula's ship. Her threat goes up by 1, just 2. Nebula is going to attack. She has a bonus boost card, so we are blocking with Spider-Girl. So 1, 2, all the boosts. So we got rid of Advance, which is fantastic, and a Treachery card. So it'd be a lot of damage. And Spider-Girl's taken out. Pirate Lackey is stunned, so we don't have to worry about that. And we get her back card. Treachery, 1 revealed. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card, then resolve its special ability. Alright. So, when Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability of each technique. Alright, so the first technique attachment card each player reveals each round gains Surge. This is revealed, it gains Surge. And we still have to do its special ability. Okay, good. It's going to do Quick Strike. We'll get this done in a second. Just take 2 more damage. Holy cow. I'm going to have to flip over. Okay. So we have to resolve its special ability. So, attach to Nebula. Reduce the amount of damage Nebula takes by 1. Alright, discard 1 card at random from your hand. This is going to change the way we play our thing a lot right now. Because Nebula isn't resolving or isn't initiating an activation against you, we don't throw away this card because that's a part of the whole Forced Interrupt. For Justice. Okay. Alright, so we still hold on to that. We still have to deal with 2 Pirate Lackeys, and one of them's confused, which could be good. Okay, that was not what we wanted. Oh wait, I'm sorry. After this minion attacks and damages you, which they did, remove a card from the game, forward momentum. Man, the pirate thing stings. That's a tough one to deal with. So I think the smart move here so my thought is I'm going to do 1 decisive blow to, because I can't do a thwart event. So I'm going to do a decisive blow to knock out one of these Pirate Lackeys, right? That's going to let us thwart for 1. We'll do the other 2. No. We'll do, yeah, these 2 to take out the other Pirate Lackey. I will thwart stuff down or attack. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure that in a second. The question is, do I want to throw away group to keep this down? Now, if it goes up to 2, it's not terrible, but she's going to start scheming for 2 plus whatever it is. If I add no one to that, that's going to bring it up to at least 4. Yeah, I feel like we have to throw away group. It really stinks, but I feel like it's the smart thing to do. I want to keep this as close to 1 as humanly possible. So, all right, let's do it. So we're going to do double red to play Piercing Strike, take out this first Pirate Lackey. I also don't like that her deck is running out so fast, so I do feel like there is a need to rush when she gets her acceleration token. Alright, we're going to do both our Keen Instincts and play a Decisive Blow. This lets me remove 1 threat. Oops, I never changed up to 2, so that works out. Do 4 damage, take out this Pirate Lackey. Now, we'll do the Milano, we'll throw away Group. As much as I hate that. Remove that token down by 1. Then we're going to attack for 3 and bringing Nebula down to 2. So she is ready to flip when I'm ready to get her to flip, basically. Which is kind of a nice position to be in, right? I'm still doing all right. Or do I actually want to do that damage? Do I want to heal for 6? I take that back. I'm actually going to add that damage back on. Sorry. So that was 3 damage. We're actually going to flip that over and then recover. So let's add 1, 2, 3. She's up to 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Oops, not. Yeah, 3. So up to 7. I think that's actually the better move there. All right, let's ready up. And then we get 6 cards. 2, 4, 6. Everything's good. Okay. Cross counter, always a good one. When you would take any mana damage, prevent 3 of it. After you play an attack event, deal 1 damage. Cross counter again. Nebula, which is useless to me because I can't play my Nebula ally when I'm fighting Nebula. And 2 clear the areas, which is actually really good. Alright, this was I feel good about that. Alright, so first thing is put the counter on here. This goes up 1. Nebula is going to scheme, but before she does, resolve the special ability, which is discard 1 card at random from your hand. And then we can choose and discard 1 of the attachments. So it's 1 of the clear the areas, which is actually probably the best card to lose. So that works out well. So this is scheming for 2. 3, give the villain 1 additional boost card. 3, nothing. Oof, that's a really good one. So 3 threat goes on to that, which we're right next to. We're right next to making this go up too much. So that's up to 1, 2, 3, 5. And then finally, our bad card. Just a side scheme. Can this go here? Yeah, it still looks fine. Discard the top. Oh, I'm sorry. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a technique attachment is discarded. Reveal that card. Alright, it's revealed. So Nebula is going to be able to retaliate 1, and then our specials we take 1 damage. She's also going to get bonus bad cards. So we'll deal with that in a second. Actually, we're going to be able to deal with that all right. All right, my turn. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the top card and see if it's an attack or thwart event. It's not. Okay. It's a double. And then we're in... oh, let me think about this. So cross counters we kind of want to hold on to. Clear the area we want to play. So we don't really need both cross counters. So that we can pay with 1 of those. That we can hold on to. And then 1, 2 with the other one. We can play this. Alright, this feels like a little more of a setup. Oh, but we can draw a card, so that helps. So let's recover. We want to recover. I don't know if we do. No, I feel like we don't, because I need to get that threat down. So, first thing we'll do is play Keen Instinct and clear the area. We're going to move 2 threat from the cards. We're going to do this one, because I don't want her to get 2 bad cards. It was the last one, so we draw a card, which is going to be a double. We know, because we saw the other one. Alright, so I want this Gamora sword in there, so we're going to use our double and throw out Nebula, because that Nebula is useless to us right now. And this allows us to, when we play an attack event, you can deal 1 damage to the enemy. I think that's going to be the smart move. Do I want to get rid of a cross counter? So actually, first thing I want to do is I want to thwart for 3, right? Because with the Power Stone, we can bring this down. So that brings it down to 2. Now, do you play an attack event? So that's going to help. It's going to help a lot in a minute. I want to throw away one of these cross counters to lower Nebula's ship. That's kind of what the question is right now. Because the next thwart is going to bring up to 4. But cross counter allows to remove 1 threat from a scheme. And we could have 2 of them. I kind of like the idea. I really like these cards. And I can basically play both of them for free. So I think I'm going to hold on to them. So we're going to refresh. So we have 2, 3, 4. So we got our 2 cross counters. We have clear the area, which might help us a lot. Upgrade that allows attack more. And 4 justice removes 3 threat from the scheme. Not really that useful right now, but that's okay. What stinks is, oh no, we do have an attack event. Okay. So this goes up to 2. Okay. Means the threat goes up by 2. We take 1 damage. We get to discard this. So now it's activating a boost against us. So, alright. We get to see what it is first. So 2 plus 3 plus 4. Jeez Louise, 4. Alright, then we attach this card. So, we do this, and we prevent 3 of that damage. So we take 1. Bring us back down to 5. We deal 1 damage to an enemy, which we're going to do onto, Neb. Bringing her down to 4. And then remove 1 threat from a scheme. Which is going to bring this down to 3. Now, here's what makes this more interesting. After you play an attack event, which is what this is, after you play a thwart event, which is what this is, I can remove 1 more threat and deal 1 more damage. So Neb goes down to 3, this goes down to 2. Threat goes down to 2. Then I also play, after you play an attack event, which is what this was, deal 1 damage to the enemy, bringing Neb down to 2. That is a sick combination. I absolutely love that. So these cards get thrown out. But we did have to... I feel like we had to do the boost on this. Why? Did we? No, we just had to give him 1 additional boost card. Oh, because this was the boost. After this activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve its special ability, which is discard 1 card at random from your hand, which kind of stinks. And then we still have to do a bad card. Do this one. No, it's like the worst one to lose. She gets to keep that bad card. The villain each minion engaged with you attacks you. Okay. We're gonna block it. So when Nebula initiates an activation against you, resolve the special ability. Discard card one card at random from your hand. We'll do this one. Okay, that's not a bad one to lose. And then this goes away. So she's gonna attack for 2. I'm blocking 2. And after this activation ends, attach this card to Nebula and resolve its special ability, which is place 1 threat in the main scheme. Holy cow. See, it's stuff like that. She can just go when she wants to. So, alright. That stays on them because we don't remove it. And now we're in a weird pickle. Alright. Ugh, this is not where I really wanted to be. I feel like I'm gonna have a bad round this time. But The problem is, spend up to 2 resources. I wish I could count these resources. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is exhaust Keen Instincts and play Clear the Area to remove... Oh no, wait, that's... It's not gonna let us draw a card though. Well, we have to do it. So that lets us clear the area and remove their threat down by 2, bring it down to 1. Then I guess what we're going to do is just exhaust the Milano and throw away 4 Justice just to bring this counter back down to 1 to make it decent. I'm hoping she doesn't flip, but it's looking like she will. I'm going to flip my character. Am I? Yeah. Nah. Yeah, because I can't keep taking these attacks. I need to get an ally out there. I need to get some cards out there. So if she goes up to the next level, she goes to the next level, and we'll deal with that. All right, so we drop the 6 cards now. 2, 4, 6. See if she got, or if we got anything good. Ironheart, She-Hulk. Wow. Okay. Say you need minions, right? Come on. All right. Interesting. Alrighty. So let us just make sure this is streaming all right. Okay. So let's add a token on to 2. It's gonna bring the threat up to 3 total. All right. So 3 total. Place 1 threat in the main scheme. Just 4. Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna flip now. So you're gonna scheme for 2. Treachery. Nebula schemes. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. It's 4. So it just threats all the way up. That's that. I still need a bad card. I have to remember that. All right, place 2 evasion counters on Nebula's ship. Not great. For each invasion counter on Nebula's ship, discard the top 2 cards of each player deck and the encounter deck. So basically it doubles this, right? So that's 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it discards all of that. Which means I get a face down encounter card. Discard this. Which means she gets an acceleration token. Which means we have to start hustling. Starts with 3. Only has to go up to 9. And we need another bad card, so we'll get that in a second. That's a whammy. That's a big old whammy right there. All right. Cool. And then we'll shuffle hers up really fast. Alright, so she only needs 6 threat. She's gonna get a second bad card. Hopefully she doesn't scheme again. Because if she does, that might be it. I have to get Nebula's ship environment back down. Which it's gonna take a lot of rounds right now. Because you figure even if I got 2, it's gonna go up to 3. The next one I have to do 2 again, and it's gonna bring it up to 2. Like, it's just not an ideal situation. It's gonna like get 3 rounds to get back down to normal. Assuming I do 2 every single round. It's tough. Okay. Second back card. Alright, first back card. Oh, good. Flip to Alter Ego, which I already did. You can exhaust, or you can choose and discard 2 events from your hand. I don't have 2 events from my hand, so I have to exhaust, which is terrible. Remove this from the game. Okay. Next one. Good. Why not? She gains Stalwart, so she can't be stunned or confused. You are stunned. When is her special ability? Cool. All right. That's fun. That is fun. So we're gonna look at the top card because our ability allows us to see an attack or a thwart event. It's another ally. Jeez. Alright, we gotta flip over, unfortunately. Let us... So I'm gonna throw... I know that next card's an ally. Let's think about this. I can do 2 damage and I can flip her over, which means it's going to be a sprint. Because if that gets up to 5, I lose. Oh no, it'd be at 8. So this is what I'm thinking of. Alright, so if I play Ironheart, it allows me for 1 round to basically get punched in the face, right? That's essentially what I can do. I can draw a card, and all that stuff will allow me to get Drax out. No, because the acceleration token is +1, so I actually lose. So I have to do this for 1, and thwart the 1, which will get this up to 8. I have to hope no advance comes out, and then I'm going to get stunned. But that might not be awful, because I kind of need to thwart. The big problem is I'm not going to use anything for this, which really kind of stinks. Yep, let's do it. I think it's time to be aggressive, right? Because our back is kind of to the wall on this. I can't flip back. Can't use these. I can use that, but that doesn't help much. I haven't been able to use the Power Stone because I've had to block so much. Oh, but I can use it as a resource then. I guess that is the one true thing. Which might be worth something to me. Alright, so let's use our double to play Ironheart. Okay? We get to draw a card, as we expected. I am going to play this, which lets us deal 2 damage to an enemy. Bringing Nebula down to stage 3. And her life up to 20. Let's just pump this all the way up. Okay. She kind of does the same thing, she just hits harder now. Because I did this, I could do this. So let's just lower the threat by 1, which I actually didn't add in before. So that makes life a little bit better. Oops. And let me just give her 20 life really fast before I forget. I replayed the event, and I think the way it works is I can't like do the 1 damage now. That's not how I think it works, so I'm not going to do that. So what we will do is we'll exhaust the Milano. We're going to pay She-Hulk, the second one, and throw away Valkyrie to play Drax. Okay. Drax is going to attack and do 3 damage, getting Nebula down to 17. (16, 17). Okay. I think I'm actually going to thwart for the 1 to just get this down a little bit more, because I feel like that is still my biggest dealing right now, is worrying about that. And I will hold Braun on for the next round. So let's refresh. Draw back up to 5. So I have Braun. 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you would take any amount of damage, remove 3 of it. This might be the card that we needed. This might be it. That's a huge card to get right now. Because it saves Ironheart another round. Actually, that's really huge. Okay. Can't get ahead of ourselves. Gotta refresh. So, that's up. This goes up by 5, so now it's at 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay. So let me make sure the first technique attachment each player reveals each round. Okay. The card gains surge. I don't think this works when it's a boost card because it doesn't say reveal it, but it doesn't say put it into play, so that's kind of weird. But anyway. Oh, so now I can remove the top card of your deck from the game to choose and discard one of these attachments, or I can live with this thing for the rest of my life. That's rough. I'm on a timer. All right, so we first are gonna get stunned, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna remove the top card from my game. Strength, double, not good, not good. All right, so Nebula's gonna do damage. I'm not going to block because we're gonna be doing this cross counter. So 3, 4. We play the cross counter. So we do, or we take 1 damage. Okay. Prevent 3 of them. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. So we're gonna do it off of her. Bring her down to 16. Remove 1 threat. Huge. Now again, once per phase, we could do remove 1 threat, 1 damage. That's what we're gonna do. 1 damage, 1 threat. 15, 4. Huge. Absolutely huge. Okay. Then we're gonna get back card. Ooh. Choose 1. Exhaust the Milano. Spend 2 lightning resources. Or discard 1 card random from my hand. Spend those. Oof. I don't know if I did the extra one there. I didn't. That should be 1 higher. And I don't think that ever got up to 8, so that should be 5. If I exhaust the Milano, if I do the random thing, I don't want to lose these 2 cards, but I don't mind losing these 2. If I exhaust them on, that's gonna be 6. If that's 6, let's think about this. If that's 6, oh wait, I do 1 more damage. I forgot about this. Because there's an attack event, so that brings it down to 14. Holy cow! Thank goodness I'm catching this stuff. So, all right. So, all right. If I do it random, there's a 50% chance I lose a card I really don't want to lose. That stinks. If I do the 2 lightning resources, I get rid of that. I could still play uppercut and have 1 card left over for reasons. Problem is that's going to go up to 6. So it's going to be 7. So I need to get that down under 2. So I could do 3, 4, 5. I could do it. I could easily do it, actually. Not easily, but I could do it. I can exhaust the Milano. And then he has 14 life left to basically start attacking hard. Ironheart's going to take the next round of damage. I can't attack anyway because I'm stunned. So she can remove 3. That brings it down to 2. This attack will do... Okay. Alright, let's... I'll throw away the 2 lightning resources. Yeah, alright, we're gonna throw away that. Okay. Oh, okay, my turn. So first thing we'll do is thwart for 3 and get this down a bit. We're gonna use Keen Instincts, exhaust the Milano, and throw away Brawn to play Uppercut, which is going to do 5 damage. Bring that down to 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, brings us down to 9. Okay, and the threat down 2. I use that. I used an attack event, which means I can reduce the threat by 1. And I use an attack event so I can deal 1 damage to the enemy. Bring him down to 8. Then I'm going to use Drax, do 3 damage. Bringing Neb down to 5. Holy cow. As long as I don't get an advanced, I win. Or nothing crazy, too crazy happens. Let's refresh. I feel it. We're right there. Alright, so we hold on to Groot still. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I didn't get a card to block the attack, which is kind of what I was hoping for, but that's alright. So this goes up to 6, 7, 8. 8 threat, we're all allowed 9. Come on. We got this. We got this. Alright. Brings the threat up to 8. Alright. Okay. Nebula attacks, we are blocking with Ironheart. So 3, 4, 5. 5 damage. Okay. Alright, so oh yeah, so we get to give Nebula a tough status card. Cool. We didn't want it to be easy, right? Why would it be? Alright, that's right. We have piercing strikes. That works out right. Alright, bad cards. Don't be advanced. Don't be advanced. Oh, thank God. Ooh, it's not great either though. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal minion is discarded. Reveal that minion, then give that minion a tough status card and the villain 1 face down boost card. So we gotta get a minion out there. I think we'll be alright. I think we got this. Alright, minion, who's actually going to quick strike against me and do 2 damage. So you know. That's fun. The minion gets a tough status card. And the villain gets a face down boost card, which we shouldn't have to worry about. Hopefully. If I do this right. My turn. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I put piercing strike in you. Actually, I was just thinking too. I think I actually messed up. I don't know if I'm allowed to do attacks because I've been stunned. I completely forgot about that. I might have messed up. That might screw a lot of things up. We'll remove the stun. We'll see back on that. Here we go. Piercing strike. We'll do both of our Keen Instincts. Knocks off a tough. Does 3 damage. Bringing that down to 2. So the attack event. Bring it down to 1. Attack event. Let's just lower the threat by 1. And then we could do whatever. It doesn't matter. We win. We could throw away 2 cards. We could play Decisive Blow. Drax can attack. We could get Groot out there and Groot could attack. We're good. So I think we won. Oh, that's kind of anticlimactic. I can't remember if you're. I don't think you're allowed to play attack events, and I'm pretty sure I did. I feel it, yeah, because I definitely played Uppercut. Should have done an attack a while ago. It might have changed some things. It might have not. It probably would have hurt my threading. To be completely honest, I probably would have messed that up a little bit. So that's the one downside. Is I don't know if that would be as low as it would. I would have to finagle things probably a little bit differently. I might have had it. I'd have to go look back. Ugh, it stinks. It like takes your victory away. But still, like I said, that was fun. I always enjoyed Nebula. I think Nebula is a great time to do it or to play. The Gamora deck is good. Gamora's good. I really enjoy Gamora. I think she's strong. I think she's powerful. I think she could do a lot of small things, which is kind of weird to get used to. But being able to do all those small things can really help. So that was huge. So I think what I'm going to do, is I'm not 100% content with that win. So let's go again. I think we're going to go again. So give me a minute to set back up, and we will be right back.